Hi guys, I'm back with a review on the CIARA wig that I got from HairVivi. So I told you guys last time that I went to India for 10 days and I just wanted something that I could like throw on and keep on while I was over there. I just didn't want to like fuss with my hair and products and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, how I have my hair underneath this now and how I had it when I was in India is just in some Felicia braids, literally. Like, I don't know how to braid, so I just put them in plaits and then like threw it in a bun and put this wig on over it. Yeah, so as you can see, I don't have it like bonded or anything. I have my like a leave out, like I have my edges out basically to blend with the wig, and so I'll tell you more about that later, but I guess we can just go ahead and get into the specs and everything of the wig. So yeah, and I have my book, so I'm just going to be looking down a lot, but I actually lost my spec sheet, but I know the wig was 14 inches, I believe, and I'm pretty tall, so it came down to here or so, and actually like chopped it a little bit, probably about 2 inches, so it's like 12 inches now, and it was a medium-sized cap, and then, you know, it comes, the cool thing about HairVivi is that it comes like pre-bleached and pre-plucked, which is the main reason why I picked them, because I just don't have any experience in bleaching and plucking myself, so that was one less hassle that I had to worry about. Yeah, so I think the medium cap size, like my head size is pretty standard, I guess, whatever that means, but I have a lot of hair, as you saw in my other video, like, and I'm natural too at that, so I didn't get it braided, and I think maybe if I would have got it braided, the wig would have fit a little better, but it was a little small for me at first. I think I've grown into it now some, but the lace would not stay above my natural hairline, above my natural edges, so it just kept sliding back and I didn't want it taking my edges with it. So I was like, you know what, we're just gonna place it behind my natural hairline and leave my edges out and blend my edges, because I did not want to run the risk of taking the wig off and my edges are also gone. So maybe go with the bigger cap size if you have a lot of hair, or if you just have a big head, like maybe go with the bigger size just so you don't have the issue that I had of like it not staying put you know, naturally on its own. So yeah, price, this wig was $200, so it was originally like $240, $250, but I had a coupon code, which there are like tons of them on YouTube, so just find one, pick one and like literally apply it to the, I had no problems with it, brought it down to $200. And rating that I would give this wig, 1 through 10, I'd say overall like maybe a 5.5. I'm gonna say 6, but that brings me into my next point, which is this hair is a lot of maintenance. I bought it to not be a lot of maintenance, and sure enough it ended up being a lot of maintenance. Like, if you're planning to have something that you can just throw on day in and day out and not have to worry about washing maybe like about once a week, this is not the wig for you. I say that just because the hair itself, like the quality is fine. I mean, I've seen better, I've had better, but I say for the most part the quality is decent. However, to keep it at this sort of quality, you have to constantly co-wash this hair. I mean, it's not like some hair where you could throw like a little coconut oil or like a little jojoba oil or something and it kind of like softens the hair. I mean, the slightest bit of oil makes this hair oily and streaky, sorry, not strinky, but streaky, and it makes it look like it's dirty and like you need to wash your hair. So I've never had that experience before, like even with the slightest bit of oil, it kind of looking dirty, which this hair is definitely like that. And then you can't let it just kind of get fluffy and naturally kind of dry out on its own. I don't know if you've ever had like much experience with hair, but like the longer you have hair, sometimes the more natural it kind of gets. It loses like that really strong luster and that strong sheen, and it starts to kind of like blend more with your natural hair after being like exposed to the elements and stuff like that. But this hair gets super dry. Like, not to just completely bash this wig, because there's a lot of pluses to it and I'm gonna be wearing it, so I am happy with it overall, but it does get very dry. I mean, if you don't wash it for a couple of days, it starts to I'll link a video. I did another video first before this one, and the hair was very dry in that video, and it was kind of like not true to like the quality of the hair. So I co-washed it, and now I'm making this one because this is like, there's no product in this, and I put some conditioner in it, washed it out, and so this is more true to like what the quality of the hair is after the past 14 days. So if you want to watch that video, that's how dry the hair gets if you don't co-wash. So if you're up for the challenge, or if you're up for the task of like co-washing every couple of days and just taking care of the hair, then you'll be happy. And I mean, that's not too much of a issue for me, so I'm happy with it. So yeah, maintenance, rating, the price. So shedding, I haven't got any shedding from haven't gotten any shedding from this at all. Like, I can't remember a time where I'm like, oh my god, there's so much hair coming out, or like I was at dinner and there's like a hair strand on the table or something. No. So smell, yeah, that was something like everybody was talking about, like how good this hair smells. Yeah, it does have a pretty decent smell in comparison to like a lot of other hair that I bought before, where it just has like a very like burnt smell sometimes, and like you just got the hair or you just washed it and it smells burnt, or kind of like some sort of chips or something like that. So this wasn't like that. This has like a pleasant smell to it. It's not as good as some people were like making it sound like it was just, no, but it smells decent, and when you wash it, it smells nice. So that was a plus. You don't want to walk around with like stinky hair. Like, who wants to walk around like that, especially if you paid for it. So let me get into density. Yeah, so there was like an issue that I was having with the roots up here of the hair, and I wasn't realizing what was going on. So there's like lace to maybe 4.5 inches or so back, right? So like here to this part of my wig. And then from here on, it's wefted onto, I think, lace. So wefted tracks, and then like the lace parting in the front. And so what was going on was like, this hair was very manageable, more so even than this hair. This hair gets dry and kind of mattes a little bit. So you have to be very conscious of that, because like I said, you can't just throw oil in it and expect it to play right. You literally have to co-wash. And this hair just up here in this section has like volume to it too. It just, I don't know, man. It's interesting, because there was times on the trip where maybe we were on the bus for a couple of hours and I'm like laying back, and then we go to a rest area and I look in the mirror and like, this hair is fine, and this hair has like a poof thing kind of going on. So as long as you keep it conditioned, it all just blends right together. But after like a couple of days, you definitely need to freshen it up in order for it to like look nice. So yeah, color, I got a natural color. That was one of the options, and that's what I wanted. And I say that this was true to the name, natural color, and it blended with my natural hair very well. My natural hair is a little darker, but I don't think it's like ridiculous, you know? It's not bad. And sheen. This hair naturally had, I think, a low sheen to it, and I love that. Just because it's like I told you, the issue that it was having with the oil, and how streaky it gets when you add oil to it. That means I don't have to add much product to my own natural hair in order for it to blend. So I love that, because sometimes if you try to add more oil to your natural hair in order to blend it with the hair that you bought, it's like the sheen is off and it makes it a little more noticeable sometimes, in my opinion. So it was cool to not have to like be concerned with that at all. So yeah, so those were like the hang-ups. So I guess the good things were like the good things, right? The convenience of it. I didn't really have to wash until like every couple of days or so. At least the wig, I washed my own hair because it was hot over there and it's ridiculous. But yeah, you don't have to wash this maybe every couple of days. It was quick. I don't have to really style it or anything. I just kind of throw it on, brush my leave out over it, and I'm good. So I like that. One thing I do want to mention, this hair was not as full as it looks now. I had to make it this full. Something I noticed, like as I was taking pictures on the trip, sometimes the sunlight would like be behind me and I could see like how sparse it was down here, and I'm just like, whoa, it's not good. It just didn't look good. Like it looked like the hair was damaged towards the bottom, and it didn't feel damaged, it didn't look damaged up close, but in the pictures it just looked sparse. So after the trip, I actually added 2 tracks of Indian hair that I already had here and 2 here. So this fullness that you're seeing is from that. It was definitely lacking before. So I kind of curated this thing to like my own taste. I mean, maybe for you it'd be fine, but I would suggest kind of like just manipulating it a little bit. It is a good thing that, you know, plus that it already comes pre-bleached and you know, plucked. I was trying to think of the word. Plucked, if that's how you're gonna wear the hair. And originally I had planned to wear it that way, but I explained like it just wasn't working for me. So this is a fine alternative. Like, I prefer wearing my natural hair out in the front because it just looks more natural to me. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about the hair, just ask me below, I guess is what you say, right? I've never done this before. So if you have any questions or any comments, or if you guys have purchased this wig and have like similar experiences, like please let me know. That's be so interesting, and that'll help other people see like maybe it just wasn't me that went through some of these things. This is how the style of this particular wig is. There's other more expensive options on the website, so I would think you'd have a better time with those. Maybe maybe this one is just kind of like, you know, a starter wig of sorts. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.